Hey everyone, welcome back to the JavaScript course. So inside this video, we'll be exploring about the type of operator inside of JavaScript. And if you find this interesting, let's get started right away.
So in this video, we'll be exploring about the JavaScript type of operator. So inside my VS Code, I've opened up my index.html file, my style.css file, as well as my script.js file. So there is some basic boilerplate code present inside my index file and some basic styling given to the style.css file and a basic console.log text inside my script file. Okay. So now let's start exploring about the JavaScript type of operator. So inside of JavaScript, there are certain data types that can hold values, and there are different kinds of objects as well. So first we'll explore the different types of data types that can hold values. Okay, so let's write that out. Yeah, so some of them are let's say number. So we have discussed all this inside our previous videos. So number, we can write string. So these are all different kinds of data types in JavaScript that can hold or store any kind of data. Okay, so we have object, we have arrays, and we have functions, and so on. Okay, so now we'll be exploring about the type of data objects that is present. Okay, so of course an array is an object. We have seen this in the previous video as well. An object is also an object, and there is a method called as new date, that is a date method. So this is also going to return an object for us. And we have boolean, and so on. Okay, so we have these basic kinds of information inside of the JavaScript. Okay, so now we'll be exploring about the type of operator by making use of the console.log message especially. So over here, let's write a first one. So let's say console.log. So type of, so the first one is going to be, let's say, a random name. Okay, so we have hello world as the first type of. You're going to check that type. So basically this is going to return as a string. Okay, because that is a string. So save the file once. Let's come back to the console and let's open up our console over here. Yeah, so as you can see, we are able to see string coming in the console. So this is basically going to return the type of whatever we are checking inside it. Okay, so let's check the third one, the second one, console.log. Let's check type of any specific number. Okay, so we are checking a specific type of a random integer. Okay, so it should give us number in the console. Okay, so let's check that out once. Yeah, so there you go, we are getting number in the console. Okay, so next let's try out a decimal number. Okay, so type of, let's put in some random number and save the file. So this should again give us a number, because in JavaScript there is only one data type that is going to store the number values, that is number itself. Okay, so as you can see, we are able to see number. So the next thing we're going to try out is console.log, let's say true. So inside of boolean we have two things, that is either true or false. So we're going to check type of true. Okay, so this should essentially give us a boolean in the console, because we are trying to check the type of true, right? Okay, so even if it is false also, we are going to get a boolean in the console. So let's say false, save the file. Yeah, so there you go, we are getting again boolean. So the next thing we are going to do is, yeah, so now we're going to check the console.log type of. So let's pass in a random array, which is going to contain some random numbers. Okay, so since we are checking the type of, this is an array, it should return us array in the console, which is not going to return that, because it's going to return an object, because even an array is going to be an object inside of JavaScript. Okay, so there you go, we are able to see object in JavaScript. This we have explored in the previous videos, I guess. Okay, so next one we're going to see is console.log. Let's say a type of, we're going to pass in an object. So name is going to be hi and age is going to be 20. Okay, so essentially inside the type of operator we are passing this object. So essentially it should give us object itself, because the type of an object is going to be an object itself. Okay, so let's save the file. Yeah, so there you go, we are getting object in the console, so that's working absolutely fine. So the next thing we're going to do is, let's come over here and write console.log type of, let's check nan, it's not a number. Okay, so let us check the console. Okay, so it should give us again the number. So type of nan is number, so this should be noted correctly, that is, this is giving a number in the console. Okay, so the next thing we're going to check is console.log type of null. So this is going to give us an object in the console, because yeah, the type of null is going to be object. So let's check that out once. Yeah, so there you go, we're getting object in the console for the type of null. Okay, so next we can check is for undefined, that is not going to contain any value, so it's going to be type of undefined. Okay, so let's save the file once. So essentially it should give us undefined itself. Okay, so it is going to be undefined. So let's save the file once, come back over here. Yeah, so there you go, so type of undefined is undefined again. And let's check the function value, right? So console.log type of, let's give a function and with the empty braces. Okay, so essentially we are checking the type of function. Okay, what is it going to return? Is it going to return an object or a function itself? It is going to return a function, that is, the type of function is going to be function. So let's write that out and save the file. Let's go to the console once. Yeah, so there you go, the type of function is going to be function itself. Okay, so these are the basic values and usages of the type of operators. Okay, so you can pretty much check out each value. For string we're getting string, for a number is of course going to be number, and for a decimal value also we're going to get number, as we have seen. And for boolean values it's going to give boolean. And as we already know, for the type of array is going to be object itself. In the previous videos we have discussed that. And the type of object is of course going to be object again. And the type of nan is going to be number, and for null is going to be object, and for undefined is going to be again undefined, and for the type of function it's going to be function. Okay, so this is the basic understanding of the type of operator inside of JavaScript. So I think we have explored about the basic data types that can hold or store values, and also the different kinds of objects inside of JavaScript, that is array, the object itself, and then the new date method and boolean. So these are some of the basic objects that we have, and I think that's it about this video. Let's see you in the next video, and then thank you for watching.